Quirinus, the show! From Michael Bay to Marvel, UK and every workload in between. Breaking news and toy reviews, every robot turns wet dream. Grab a brew and join the crew, become part of our scene. Bring your mom, let's drink her own, make sure you're at least 18. Welcome to the show, set party and let's blow. Friday nights, let's go, Transformers the show.
Hi guys, back again with another review. This time it's not blockage related. With War for Cybertron and Fall of Cybertron potentially getting a re-release on streaming platforms, I thought it was about time I take a look at Planet X and their version of the Dinobots. First up is Quirinus, their version of Slug, or Slag if you're an old G1er like me. Now it's the first time I've experienced these moulds. Should we take a look and see what they're like? Now let's start with the box. Beautiful, well designed, quite toon accurate artwork, I would say. This is obviously Quirinus' chest, his back, and on the side you have his arms. Quite a different design, I think, to what you see regularly, where they might have a artist's impression of the character, and on the back you've got a bit of a bio and a photo of the character in its alt mode and a bit of background on who or what it is, but quite cool and in keeping with Planet X's designs of boxes. In terms of his foam prison, what's to say about it really? It's a foam coffin, so to speak. Comes with a sword, which is in the scabbard. Quite cool. Orange clear plastic. Depending on if your version of the character is left-handed or right-handed, you can spin the sword around as you need to, and the scabbard fits on there's a hole on the leg, so that's quite cool. And he obviously has a rifle. Left and right are the same depending on which hand you put it on. It would have been quite cool if they genuinely you perhaps they put the barrel on the other side and you could put it on the hands as you saw fit, but they haven't. Quite well designed. The red gives it a nice pop. But yeah, very cool. Get out of the way, let's take a look at Quirinus himself. Now, researching this, Quirinus was the Roman god of war, and as he packed with two swords and two badass rifles, you can see why. He is not going to be collecting in the high street for the Catch Protection League. No, he is all tooled up and ready to fight. First thing that strikes you when he gets the light on him is how well the metallic colours pop. Genuinely such a pretty boy. I mean, look at the way, let's zoom in just a tad, the way the gold pops on the Triceratops head. Talking about heads, his head sculpt is a bit disappointing. I've got the light on, a spotlight on, and even when I zoom in, you can barely make out his head sculpt. He could do with some accents on there, you know, a bit of colour to give him some definition would be ideal. He looks like he has got light piping, but how you're meant to get the light in there with the Triceratops head in the way, I'll never know. But that's not to detract from the fact that the colours on the body are glorious. They really, really pop. In terms of articulation and what he's capable of, arms are on a ball joint, legs and knees and elbows are on a 90-degree bend. There is no waist swivel. The head will pretty much go 360. Not pretty much, it does. He's a very cool mould. He's a very cool mould. I think the original one came out 2014, 2015. Obviously, this is a re-release in the metallic colours. But no, initial first impressions are very cool. How does he scale? I think he scales midway between Chug and Masterpiece. If you compare him against someone like Studio Series 86 Hot Rod, he's considerably bigger, believable as a Dinobot, you know, in that scale. But when you then compare him against someone like Fans Toys Jabba, now I know Fans Toys Jabba is quite tall, but I think it just shows that Masterpiece scale has moved on, and Planet X bots probably compare well with other Planet X bots rather than, you know, Masterpiece scale from other manufacturers. But that shouldn't take anything away from him. You know, he's not meant to scale with them, so he shouldn't be punished for not scaling with them. Let's see what he looks like in Dino mode. This guy is absolutely gorgeous. When I was at school, BSB used to mean was the short version for Backstreet Boys. I'm going to recoin it. Beautiful, spiky bastard. This thing, the lighting and the camera do not do a good enough job in terms of picking up how well the metallic paint pops in this mode. Such a faithful version of the IDW Beast Hunters Slug, such a good version of the Fall of Cybertron version. He's just amazing. I genuinely love him. Transformation was okay. One bit I did have to get rough with was getting his tail into these clips here. They fit over a lip. It could be the paint that was making it a bit heavy going, but it went on. One thing I would say with the metallic paint, I don't know if in some areas it would stand up to lots of transformation back and forth. It's not going to be a problem with me, as I'm going to leave him in Triceratops mode, because why wouldn't you? Look at him. Yeah, amazing. Really happy I picked him up. It's just the gold, man. It just pops so well. The head does what he wants. Transformation, like I say, was good. I don't know if enjoyable was the right word. It wasn't a pain or anything like that, but the spikes, they are quite sharp. I would say that definitely wear chain link gloves if you're going to be transforming it regularly, because it will do your fingers in. How does he compare against Studio Series 86 Slug? I think you'll agree they're pretty much the same size. And I think it just shows that Planet X really is in that big Chug range. Just for comparison, because I've got another Slug stroke Slag, Magic Square, Legend Scale. It's like the family's all out for a walk across the plains in prehistoric time. I don't really know what else to say about Quirinus, really. It was a good robot, even better Dino mode. And let's be honest, we keep our Dinobots in dinosaur mode. I can't wait to pick up the rest. I don't know what else to say really. It's an excellent toy. I will be reviewing the rest as and when I pick them up. So stay tuned for updates dropping. In the meantime, join us Friday nights, 8 PM on YouTube, where we will have the usual fun and frolics with all things transforming robots and occasionally other toy lines. Cheers guys.